Michael Cuddyer is one of the more versatile players in Major League Baseball. In high school, he was named to the Virginia All-State baseball team during his junior and senior seasons, set school records in runs, hits, RBIs, home runs, and was Virginia's Player of the Year, Gatorade's Player of the Year, and was selected to the USA Today's All-Star team in 1997. He was drafted in the first round by the Minnesota Twins and led the 2003 ALCS with the highest batting average.
Hi, I'm Michael Cuddyer with the Minnesota Twins, and for the past 18 years or so, I've worked with Coach Townsend and his hitting discs. And not only do I endorse it, but I also believe in it. I believe that it gives you hand-eye coordination that no other drill can get to. I believe that it simulates pitches coming in with the drills and techniques that Coach Townsend shows in this DVD. I believe you'll be able to simulate game situations. And I believe more than anything else, you'll be able to have fun with these things. I've tried to come up with a concept of ways of teaching kids and ways of teaching coaches a 5-step tool to show the simplicity of hitting. Basically, it's a 5-step component consisting of number 1, your stance, number 2, your load, your 3, attack, 4, contact, and finally 5, finish. Now we'll go over those individually as the DVD progresses. But we'll start with a few basic checkpoints with the stance. Now as you go through this DVD, you'll see many players with many different stances, but the one thing they all have in common is they're all comfortable. I really want to stress the meaning of comfort, because if you're not comfortable in the box, you're not going to have success. You can have the best swing, you can have the best mechanics, you can be taught by the best instructors in the world, but if you're not comfortable when you step into that box, you're not going to have any success. Now there are a few parameters that I like to go by. For instance, you can't have your hands up here, back here, because that's just not accessible to your swing. So a few things that I like to teach when I go through stance is number 1, the grip. Now, some of you may have heard or may not have heard knocking knuckles. You want to line those knocking knuckles up. And if you don't know what knocking knuckles are, as you're at home, I want you to knock on the ground. And you feel those knuckles that are going to get hit onto the ground right there. You look at those knuckles, you line them up, and that's how you want to grip the bat. And what that's going to allow you to have is bat control throughout the zone. You're not going to have, if you have it in the palm of your hands here, and you make contact, the bat will actually give a little bit because your hands, the palms of your hands are not strong enough for the bat to get through the zone. So when you have it in the fingertips, and you make contact, that bat can stay through the zone, you have that hand strength. So that's where you want to grip the bat. You want to have those knocking knuckles lined up. And if you were to watch majority of the Major League players in their stance, that's pretty much how they all grip the bat, with the exception of few. But for the most part, they all have those knuckles lined up. All right, now that we got the grip taken care of, you want to be in a good athletic position. Picture yourself playing basketball, guarding somebody. You want to be able to move. You want to be able to go places. You want to be balanced. Same thing with hitting. I get in a little bit of a shoulder width apart. My knees are slightly flexed. I'm in a very balanced position. I can go each way, and nobody can come and push me over. And that's how I want to be. So I'm right here. My head's straight. My head's facing the pitcher. I'm balanced. I've got a little bit of a weight shift onto my back leg. A little bit of a weight. You don't want to be totally 50-50. You don't want to be out on the front leg. You want to be probably about a 60-40 to 70-30 with that weight on the back leg. So I'm here. I'm ready to go. I'm comfortable. I'm relaxed. I've got a very nice rocking motion. Some type of timing mechanism is what you want to occur. But again, it's your own swing. It's your own stance. I want you to be comfortable. If standing straight is comfortable for you and you can still get to the baseball, that's perfect. But for me, I've got a little bit of a rock. I'm ready for the baseball, which is going to now allow me to go to number 2, and that's load. Now load is just going to be a slight rock back on that back leg. Just slightly back on that back leg. My hands don't move. My shoulders don't move. Nothing moves. I just got a slight rock on that back leg. I'm cocking that trigger back right there. Boom. I'm ready to go. And what I do, I also incorporate a little bit of a leg kick, which again is not mandatory, but it helps my timing and it helps me get in that cocked position. So I'm there. Boom. Right there. Boom. Right there. Boom. Nothing moves except for that back leg. Got that weight shift going back. It goes to about almost 100% of that weight on that back leg for that split second. And where I want to load is right when that pitcher's about to load as well. So as that pitcher's about to load, I get ready to swing the bat, which now allows me to go into number 3. Number 3 is the attack position. Now the attack position is a position as you start to swing to that baseball. So the baseball is in the air, you're going to start your swing to that ball. So I'm in my stance, I've got my knocking knuckles lined up, I'm comfortable, I'm in a very relaxed, athletic position. Bat's at my back shoulder, I got a little bit of a load, and my attack, boom. My hips are starting to turn, as you can see. My shoulders are starting to turn. Everything is in sync with each other. My back foot is starting to turn. My head's following the baseball. I'm ready to explode on that baseball right here. I've got a slightly stiff front leg. At contact, it will be stiff, but right now it's slightly stiff, and I'm getting to that baseball right there. This is a very powerful position right here, and a position that you want to be in. My front foot is closed. That's another checkpoint you want to see. You want to make sure if your front foot is closed, which allows you to go into the contact position. Contact position is number 4, right there. And what this is a very powerful position right here. A few checkpoints you want to see. I got palm up, palm down, right here with the bat. My front elbow is close to my body. If you watch 100% of Major League Baseball players, when they're hitting the ball and they hit a home run, they crush a ball, nice line drive. Majority of the time at contact, they have that front elbow close to that body. Right here is a very powerful position. This back arm is flexed. I've got an L right here at this back arm. I've got a front foot that is stiff. Front foot's closed. I've got a lazy L in my back. That means my hips are turned. My belly button is facing the pitcher, which is where you want it to be because that means your hips are into it, and I'm in a powerful position. If somebody were to come right now and try and push my bat back, they would not be successful because of how powerful position I'm in right now. Which brings you to number 5. Number 5 is the finish. You're going to finish your swing. Sounds easy, sounds simple, but it is very complex. I'm in my stance, I load, I attack, I make contact. Now, you think you can just go with the swing. You can't. You have to extend through the baseball. A lot of people get confused with the term extension. I remember when I was younger, I heard extension. I thought that meant when I make contact, I'm extended. I'm out here. That is totally false. Extension is after contact. After you've hit that baseball, you extend through the baseball. So you're actually hitting through the baseball, right like that. If you're going to the opposite field, you're going through the baseball. If you're pulling, you're going through the baseball. That is extension. Extension comes after contact. So again, we get back to the contact position. I extend through the baseball. My bat is level through the zone, finishing at the back shoulder, level. Everything is level. I've got both hands on the bat. My head is still looking down to where the baseball just left the bat. My belly button is facing the pitcher, belt buckle facing the pitcher. I've got a nice L on my back foot. Back foot is totally turned. Front foot is closed on a stiff front leg. And I'm ready to run to first base. That's a big thing with finish. When you're finishing your swing, if you're off balance and you're falling, obviously you're not in a good position because the name of the game is running around the bases. If you can't run to the base, you're going to be out. So you want to be in a good balanced position when you finish your swing. And the only way to have that good balanced position is if the first 4 components of hitting are perfect.